Let me pause my music because one, that's not the music I listen to, and two, it is loud. Hello, everybody. Let me readjust. Put on my do not disturb so I cannot be disturbed. Okay. Hi. Oh, that's my Mushi. Hi, Mushi. Mushi's first. Hi, Mushi. Love you. I look sweaty. I look nasty. It's hot. Oh, shoot. Hi, guys. How's it going? If it looks a little bit dark, it's because it is. I guess 4th of July, we had a lot of, let's just say there was so much air pollution today. This morning, I couldn't see the sun. So it was like that this morning. Hi, Tati. How are you? Hello, everybody. I finished out June's reading. No, I started out this month super strong. I'll tell you what book. Well, I already posted it on Instagram what book I finished as of yesterday. So, beginning of July. Good Lord, I almost said June. Beginning of July is going really, really good as far as the amount of pages that I read. So, oops. I'm still faithfully reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I am on track to finish the entire series by the end of July. So I'm not going to read the novella, which is like A Court of Mist and Starlight or something like that. A Court of Starlight. I can't remember, but it was kind of like a novella. I'm not going to read that one because my best friend told me I didn't need to. And I already know what happens in that book just because TikTok and spoilers are just unavoidable on TikTok. So that's just what it is. And A Court of Frost and Starlight. That's what it is. Yeah. That's the one that we're not going to read just because, like I said, I already know what happens. And TikTok kind of ruined it for me when it came to the spoilers. But A Court of Silver Flames is going to be the next book that I read after this one. And people are I guess, are pissed because Sarah J. Maas is not releasing the 6th book to the ACOTAR series this year. She's going to release the 3rd book in the Crescent City series at the end of this year or next year. I think it's next year. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I can't remember. But yeah, people were upset because that she's putting out Crescent City first, considering that ACOTAR has been around since I think like 2013, between 2013 and 2016. I want to say 2016, which I mean, I get it, but if you read the entire series, they're all intertwined, and I think she's going to start releasing them in order of events and not in order of just story, if that makes sense. But how was everybody's week? How was 4th of July? 4th of July was great. I celebrated with my family, went to my boyfriend's house, did a little bit with his family, got home around midnight. No, I got home around 1 o'clock. Didn't go to sleep until 3:30 a.m. So your girl's tired, but whatever. Other than that, how was your guys' 4th of July? Hopefully you guys stayed safe and we didn't get into too much trouble because, oh my goodness, I've been seeing so much stuff on the news about people getting into car accidents, and it's sad. So hopefully you guys are doing okay and that you guys are safe and able to continue to read some books. I have been on a Kindle kick just because everybody else has been on a Kindle kick. I did not take advantage of the Stuff Your Kindle Day, which I did not know was a thing. Apparently, there's a lot of things going on with Kindle that are benefits to people who subscribe to Kindle Unlimited, and they just don't advertise it, which is fucking annoying. It's really annoying considering we pay $15 a month. I think it's like 10. I think I pay $15 a month for Kindle Unlimited, and they don't even say like what comes with it other than you get free books sometimes. So, But TikTok is a great way to figure out how to use things, especially for subscriptions. Crescent City Book 3 comes out January 30th. Ooh, nice. Okay, so I have plenty of time to finish number 2. My goal is to finish the what was it called? I think it was called I can't remember. Oh Lord. But the second Crescent City book. I do have enough time to finish that one before the third one comes up. Hi Olivia, how are you? Oh my goodness, you gotta send me what's on the menu for dinner tonight. Y'all, Olivia cooks the bombest foods and it just looks so good. I'm just like, save me a plate. How was your guys' 4th of July weekend? If you guys celebrated 4th of July, my mom never turns down the opportunity to celebrate any holiday on this earth. Even if it's not her holiday, you best believe she will celebrate it. That woman refuses to turn down an opportunity to throw a party for something. Doesn't matter what it is, she's got to throw a party for it. Woo. Oh, didn't tell you guys. I read Fourth Wing. I'm so pissed at myself for even jumping on the bandwagon, but here it is. I'm completely on the bandwagon. I'm Donner trailed in. Donner, was it the Donner Party? I'm in there. I gave it 5 stars. I had to. You guys, that book is so goddamn good. It's so good. And it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be because it's predictable. And we've read these plot lines before where you got the really skinny frail girl and the really hot guy with the scar on his face wants her, and of course she ends up being the chosen one. You know what I mean? It's that premise, but at the same time it doesn't matter. But it's so good. I've read that plot line thousands of times and it never, like, for some reason, for me it's not old. I love it. I'm absolutely here for it. So Fourth Wing, got it on Kindle. Don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I read that whole thing in like less than 5 days, simply because it is on Kindle and like there's only so many words I can fit on my little tablet. But it was amazing, and I will stand by that. I'm going to read Good Omens on audio for the first sprint, then switch to Chloe Brown. I don't celebrate 4th of July Independence Day. It's June 19th for me. Yes, ma'am. You best believe Juneteenth was my day. I didn't get that day off of work, but I got 4th of July off of work. But whatever. We're not going to talk about it. But yeah, like I said, Juneteenth was my day. What are you currently reading? I'm reading The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. Currently, I'm reading A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I know you guys have been seeing this book all over TikTok because everybody randomly discovered Sarah J. Maas. It was really weird because obviously she's been out forever. But yeah, people are just now discovering her. But, more power to them. And I hope they enjoy her books. But other than that, I am also reading Dead Silence by I think it's S.A. Barnes. I'm 82% into that book. And then I also am reading, I'm going to go on my Deanna Raybourn's A Perilous Undertaking. I'm also reading that one on Kindle. So I have a few books that I'm starting, and I am one of those people where you start like 3 books at a time and then you finish them all at the same time. That's kind of what I do. So I'll go through and I'll read at least 40% of a book, and then I'll switch to the next book, get to 40%, go to the next one, get to 40%, and then I just start over on the cycle. And for me, that gets me through more books faster because I can usually read about 40% in a day. So as long as I can read at least one book to at least 40% each day, I'm good. And I'm on spot for my goal. I think I'm 4 books ahead of schedule. I put that my goal for the year was 95 books, but I'm extremely behind on that. And honestly, it just made me not want to read just because it was just so much pressure. So I put 50 books and I think I'm halfway there. I don't know how many books I've read for this year. I think I've read 25, which is honestly not that much for as opposed to what I've been reading. But you know what? It's still 25 books, and that's still a hell of a lot of books and a hell of a lot of pages, considering a lot of them were 600-page books, which do take a significantly longer amount of time to finish. I have been embracing audiobooks too. I have a couple of Karen M. McManus books that I need to finish. I read One of Us is Lying. I need to read One of Us is Next. And then the last one, I actually got the arc for it, which is One of Us is Back. And that's the third book in the series. And I had no idea that was going to be a third book, but it is. And I'm here for it either way. There's a lot of other books that I'm really excited for that are coming out for this month. I went to my library and checked out a crap ton of books. There is, where is it at? I also got Bittersweet in the Hollow arc, so I need to read that as well. That one has 4.5 stars. So I kind of need to start that arc. But what are you guys looking to read today? I also, oh gosh, I have so many things that I need to get done with my list because your girl's behind. It's so behind. I'm thinking about doing my nails while I read audio. You know what? I just got a pedicure today. So I think what I'm going to do is continue hanging up my clothes while listening to Dead Silence. And I was annoyed because I was supposed to have finished it yesterday, but it got returned to the library books. So it says I have a couple of hours before I can check it out again. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait until it's ready. And yeah, I'm going to take a peruse on Goodreads because I have not added new reads to my Goodreads list in quite some time. So I do want to go through and do that. Oh, wait, when did this book come out? Oh, that means it's already out. Yep. Yeah, we have a couple books that we need to knock out here on our list. But you guys, it is super hot. I'm so glad my parents are deciding to run the AC because, good Lord Almighty, I can't handle this heat. You guys know how I do with this weather. We don't do good in hot weather. I have so many tags and so many books on my Libby TBR. Are you doing Summerween? Oh, when is Summerween actually? I do want to do Summerween. If it hasn't started already. I follow Gabby Reads on Instagram, or I'm subscribed to her, and I have not seen any posts about it. Oop, that's a bug. Puh. Let me see. Oh, thanks, Olivia. It starts July 7th through the 13th. Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, I will definitely be doing Summerween because I do have some horror books that I need to read, especially to um, knock off of my arcs. So we're definitely going to do that because I'm going to be pausing on the fantasy just because Fourth Wing was a lot. It was it was a big ass book. It was, no, actually, that's a lie. It's probably about 670 some pages. I read over 700 pages. I read 800-page books. So it's actually not as big as what I've read before. But I read it in like a span of less than 5 days. So if you haven't read fantasy, excuse me, I have to take a fantasy in a long time and just jump into it and devour the book, yeah, you're going to almost hit a reading slump, which is almost where I'm at. So I'm probably going to pause once I'm going to get to at least page 325. So that way I can be officially 50% into A Court of Wings and Ruin. No, 350. Yeah, I need to read at least 42 more pages before I can put this book down and start a new book. And I might cheat a little bit and start on Summerwing early so that way I can have a head start and get some good stuff going for that. But are we ready to get started on our sprint, you guys? We have a good long night ahead of us for sprints, and I want to get as much time as I can to read and take advantage of this lovely time that we are setting aside for ourselves. This is self care, you guys. This is self care, reading books and just sitting here listening to lo fi music and just chilling and zenning out. I'm gonna get all my music ready. Oh, Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. Okay, Tati's ready. Hopefully, we are all ready to go for these sprints. All right, you guys. So we have our first 45-minute sprint of Zen Night. We have our lo-fi music. I'm going to get to at least page 350 for ACOTAR or ACOWAR, which is A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I'm going to pause on this book. And then I'm probably going to try and do 200 pages tomorrow and then another 100 pages by Friday because I am going on a road trip on Saturday and we might use some of that time to either finish this book or start on the last book. Hey, Zatara, how are you? You are just in time for the sprints. Alrighty, you guys. So if we are all ready to go, I will still be here in the chat box, so feel free to chat with me. I'm not going anywhere. I already ate dinner, so we're good to go on that. But I hope you guys enjoy the sprints. You know, enjoy the music, do whatever it is you got to do, relax, and I will see you all in 45 minutes. Good luck, you guys. Oh gosh, I need ice cream. All right. How did we do? I went back to reading Deanna Rayborn because I just feel like I'm overloading myself with fantasy. And it's obviously making me sleepy just because fantasy, the one thing that I'm not huge with fantasy is how politic based it is. Just because there's always like thrones and kingdoms and different races of mythical beings, and it just gets kind of hard to keep up with all of the characters and the creatures and all of the whatnots. It just becomes a hassle to try and keep up. So sometimes, yeah, I'm kind of just like, let me take a break. I'm gonna take a break, which is not a bad thing at all whatsoever. It's just it can be a lot for somebody who doesn't typically read fantasy. And my boyfriend probably be like, "What the heck? You read about serial killers all the time." And like, how, but you understand that. And I'm like, I do. In a really odd way, I do. But we're trying. And so far we are liking it. There's nothing wrong with the fantasy world. It's just very heavy based in politics. And I don't like politics, even in the real world. So it kind of gets hard for me to like it in that aspect. But we're trying new things, and that's good. We're changing up our palette. So if you guys, I know there's a bunch of recommendations and stuff on TikTok, so I already know if I want recommendations where to go. But if you guys have some other recommendations for me, just let me know. I read the first 20 pages of my new book. Oh, cool. What was the new book? We love the details. What new book did you get? And also, Capricia said she went to the library. I went to the library as well and got some more books. Dead 11 by Jimmy. Oh, I can't remember his last name. but he came out with a new novel out. He was on um my most anticipated reads for the year of 2023, and Dead 11 is the book that he came out with. I had that on hold at the library. I'm going to go pick it up and I'm super excited about it. I keep telling people, check out your local libraries. They have such good books. And yes, you will have to wait some time before you can pick up certain books, but I mean, it's way cheaper than spending $20, $30 on a novel. But I mean, if you got it like that, you big pimping like that, and you can spend money like that on hardcovers, more power to you. I aspire to be you. But, in my world, that's not something we can do all the time. I got Fourth Wing from work. I work at a library. I was about to say, how? I'm just kidding. You're so lucky. Fourth Wing is amazing. I read it and I devoured it. I made myself pace myself when I read that book just because it was kind of just so good to where you just kept flipping it. And I was like, damn, like I work a full-time job. I'm not able to just sit at my job and read all day, which I mean, I wish I could, but that's not how my life is set up right now. So but it's great. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. I highly recommend it. You know what? And I'm glad that a lot of you guys are getting really good new release sections in your library. I don't have one in my library. For some reason, my local library is still stuck in COVID time. So basically, they did not put out all of the releases that they have. They actually don't even have a full teen section. They literally have maybe 5 shelves dedicated to teens and YA, but it's only on one side. It's not even double sided. So basically, there's maybe 100 books, maybe 200 books of YA fiction, and that's it. And the rest of it is like CDs and audio tapes. It's kind of just it's my library is a little outdated. So basically, if I want a new book, I have to request it from a different library and have it shipped, which I really need to like be more active when it comes to our community meetings because the library is great, but it's just like there's no reason for you guys not to have all of the books. You know what I mean? So I have the LA County Library, so I'm probably going to go to a different library and then just have it shipped back. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing. So I'm really glad that you guys have like a really nice updated library. It's giving me an Ember and Ashes vibe a lot, so I'm digging it. It does, yes, it does. And the funny thing is those books came out, if I'm not mistaken, around the same time. So I think Sarah J. Maas, I think Jennifer L. Armentrout was piggybacking off of Sarah J. Maas a little bit. Which, if you read both of the books, they're both J.L. Armentrout is heavily influenced by Sarah J. Maas. Like, I will die on that hill. Like it is almost the same it's like the almost the same premise. Ugh, I can't talk. But it's relatively the same. Both main characters are badasses. The love interests, like it's wishy-washy. It's like a love triangle kind of thing. Not spoiling it, but it's got the same plot line. But I still love it. Am I still gonna devour it and get Iron Flame? Hell yeah. Am I still gonna read Sarah J. Maas and J.L. Armentrout? Probably. But each one is unique in its own way. But for some reason, Fourth Wing is just super unique, super different. I mean, Sarah J. Maas is still top, but Miss Yaros, who wrote, I think it's Jennifer Yaros. Good Lord, can't even remember her name. She's coming in hot at second. J.L. Armentrout is like not what she was before. I'm not even gonna lie. She's not there, but I'm hoping she brings her way back. It really is. And I can see where my library is really trying to cater to like the younger kids and expand their middle grade books. But I can tell it's just like something obviously is going on with the budget to where um the shelves are not being utilized to their full potential. And to be totally honest, all of those CDs and DVDs that they have, they need to condense it and just make it a smaller section and give more shelves to like YA and teens. My library is small. My library is My house is bigger than my library. Let's just say that. My house is bigger than my library. Rebecca Yaros, thank you. Where am I getting Jennifer? All the J's and the Sarah J. Mass and Jennifer L. Armentrout. Good Lord. But yes, thank you. Rebecca Yaros. Eddie K. I'm interested into Fourth Wing plus hyped up books scare me. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt the exact same way. My friend told me about it, and I was just like, well, it's sold out, so that means everybody's already on the bagwagon. And it's why would I be into it? But then I kept reading this. I was on TikTok and TikTok got me. It put me in a headlock and it started punching me and it was like, read the book. So I got the book on audiobook. I got the book on Kindle. I ended up reading it on Kindle, so it was kind of a waste on audiobook, but I ended up loving it. I really did. And you guys know I'm not a big fantasy person. Like I am a mystery thriller, horror. Like that's who I am. I gave it all up for Fourth Wing. I sure did. I Yep. If you liked ACOTAR, you will like Fourth Wing. You will. And like she said, it is definitely Hunger Games and Divergent. It's there, but for some reason it reminds me a little bit of ACOTAR. I don't know why, but it does. I actually don't have a TikTok. I have like a personal TikTok where I just watch videos on it. I think I followed you, Olivia, on there, but I mean, I don't really post anything on there. I have like one post of my dad using the leaf blower inside of the house. That's it. But yeah, you guys, my TikTok, it's the same as my Instagram handle, I think. I lost my legs walking to the library, but so worth it. I got a good check when I needed help. I accidentally got Chloe Gong book 2 and 1 spin-off Foul. I was so upset when I couldn't get into Chloe Gong. I couldn't get into her. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just need to go back and try again, but I even tried annotating it. Was not for me, was not into it. It was something about, I think, that particular series. I think it was Chloe Gong. It was her first series. These Violent Delights. I was not feeling it. But I'm thinking about going back and trying again because I think I got 50% through and I was just like, what am I doing? But also, I think it's called Tokyo Dreaming. Tokyo Dreams. Hold on, let me go find it. That book is freaking adorable. Think Princess Diaries, but Asian American. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I read it first. It's way down in my list. I have to look for it. Once my Goodreads loads. But yeah, I was really into it. I'm trying to find it for you. I will find it for you guys, the name of the book, if I find it before we continue on with Sprance. I probably won't find it before Sprints just because it was quite some time ago when I read that first book. But when I find it, I will let you guys know what it was. Also, Lisa Jewell. If you guys are looking for another mystery thriller author, Lisa Jewell is absolutely fantastic. The Family Upstairs was one of the best books of all time that I've ever read. I gave it 5 stars, and I need to read the second book. Now, do I think that book needed a second book? No. I think where it left off was good, and it was enough to where you could kind of create your own ending, but she created a second book. I have it, and I do need to read it. But The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, that was phenomenal. I'm glad you're enjoying Fourth Week because a bunch of people have it on hold after me and my coworkers next on the list. She just stared at tell her, mind your business. That is so funny. She's just side-eyeing you all day. My best friend listened to it on audiobook, and she said that the guy that they got to play Xaden in the book, she said that holy shiza. Yeah, she said holy shiza, like that man's got a good voice. So Girl, tell your coworker to go ahead and look at it on audiobook if she's that pressed about it. Because it's there. But yeah, I just went ahead and I bought it on Kindle. It was $14.99. I'm gonna buy the physical copy once the hype kind of dies down and I'm able to get a freaking physical copy. But I highly recommend just getting it on Kindle, you guys. It's way quicker. And honestly, it beats carrying a big ass book around. It really does. That book is heavy. I've held the book. It's heavy as shit. So yeah, I highly recommend just getting it on Kindle or audiobook. Not that I need anything else on my shelves. Alrighty, daddy, you guys. Are we ready for some sprints? We have another 45-minute sprint coming at us real quick and hot. My goodness gracious, I can't talk. My foot is doing much better though. If you didn't know, I sprained my foot 2 weeks ago. It hurt like a mother freaker. I had been walking on it for a week before I finally went to the doctor, and he was like, "You've been walking on a sprained foot for the last week." So it's getting better. I actually have to go downstairs and get my medicine and my ice for it because it's starting to hurt. So are we ready for sprints before I start squealing in pain? I'm okay. It's time for the good old meds. I am going to continue on with Deanna Raybourn. I just love, guys, look up Deanna Raybourn. Her series is amazing. I have my Kindle here. We're going to charge it and continuing the series. That book has like 8 books in the series. I think it's what's it called? I think it's Not a Perilous Undertaking. Hello, Sally. How are you? How we doing? Veronica Speedwell. That's what it's called. So Veronica Speedwell Mystery is the name of the series that I have come to read and adore. I have the Kindle version, but I also have the physical copy. So I'm going to grab the physical copy, and maybe I'm going to blow through that one a little bit faster. But my goal is to get to at least 40% of that book. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow. But we're going to see how far I can get through with this book. But are we ready to party? Are we ready to rumble, you guys? Get on with our sprints. I'm going to go downstairs and ice my foot. It has been a time, but I'm ready to start. I love to hear it. We are here to decompress and deconstress. Not a word. I made that up, but it's fine. So my boyfriend made me food because he wants me to eat. Oh, that's so cute. I know if I was at my boyfriend's house, he'd be shoving food at me. Like, you need to eat. So I feel you, girl. I feel you. I know. I had food around 3 o'clock. So I'm going to eat in about an hour. So probably during the last 30 minutes of sprints, I'm going to go make myself a sandwich. That actually sounds really good. I'm hoping he'll also get me cotton candy grapes. Cotton candy grapes are fire. Fight me on it, you guys. They're good. It's a word today. Yes, it is. Amen. We are here to decompress and de-stress because folks have been pressing some buttons this week. I'll tell you that. Alrighty, you guys. So now that we have a good group here, let's get started with the sprints. We got our lo-fi music. I'm going to go get some ice for my foot, take my medicine, and we're going to have a good night. So you guys, without further ado, let's get back into the sprints. Enjoy your dinner, enjoy your reading, and I'll see y'all back here in 45 minutes. Good luck. We're back. Woo, my back hurts. I was stretching. My back is killing me now, but we're back and we're good. We had pasta salad for dinner. It kind of like it's like a little filler because I didn't want to have a huge meal when I just ate a big meal around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we had some pasta salad, even though that sounds pretty heavy. Anyways, how did we do? I am pausing ACOTAR until tomorrow. I am 13% in with Deanna Rayborn. And then I think I want to, I'm debating. I know I want to read the second Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, and I know I want to annotate it because I annotated the first book. I'm just debating if I want to annotate the second. Excuse me. I'm debating if I want to annotate the second because if you didn't know, annotating doubles the time it takes to read just a single book. So it gets difficult to annotate sometimes. If I look like I'm tired, it's because I am. Oh, good Lord. Anyhow. But yeah, I have not been annotating books as much just because like I really just want to get them done. And like I said, it just doubles the time that it takes to finish the book itself. So Kindle has actually been helping me a lot when it comes to annotating because you can just highlight, boop, and it's done and it saves it to Goodreads. But how do we do, you guys? How did we do? Did we switch up any books? Also, this is so random. My parents went to Canada and my mom brought me back Canadian playing cards. I don't play cards, but that's what she brought me. So Yeah, so random. The stuff my family does. Also, no granny shenanigans because Nana's on strike right now. Nana's upset with us. Don't know why. She just is. But yeah, she'll get over it in like a week, whatever her problem is. So whatever the issue is, I will update you guys on why Nana is so upset with us. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea what her deal is, but that's just Nana for you. She'll be okay though. She'll be fine. I have to take her to an appointment next week, so we're going to be seeing her anyways. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not. These playing cards have random, but they have the Canadian flag on the back, but they're all not in order, and that's going to make my ADHD go rampant. So we're just going to put these back because I'm not built for that. Anywho, hopefully you guys are having a good time with these sprints. So far I've been able to I got 11 books done last month, and I need to reorganize my room so I can freaking film a video for you guys and order new batteries for my camera because all the batteries for my camera are officially dead because I was trying to shoot vlogs and then that ended up not working out very well, but it's okay. We're still trying and we're going to find other ways to create content because, technology is just not, it's getting hard. I switched to Chloe Brown once I got 46% in Good Omens. Excuse the good Lord out of me. Excuse me. So what are you thinking so far about Chloe Brown, Olivia? You got to tell me. You got to tell me. I'm absolutely obsessed with the Brown sisters. I'm obsessed with Talia Hibbert and her writing style. It is phenomenal. And while I'm at it, I am going to look up if Talia Hibbert has any other upcoming novels that are coming out that are of the adult realm because her adult books are, whoa, you guys are talking about those hockey books? Girl, Talia Hibbert is something different. Something different. Ooh, nice. You guys, Libby is also really, really good if you don't want to go to a physical library. You can check out audiobooks and like ebooks as well. Super good. Woo, lost my camera there. So we're looking at Talia Hibbert right now to see if she's got any upcoming books. Because I did hear that she was supposed to be coming out with a spinoff from a different set of sisters in the Brown Sisters book. I'm not sure. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true, but that was the rumor that I heard. Also, The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. Oh my god. That is one of the hottest books I've ever read. So I highly recommend it. I love Chloe Brown. I love the writing style and how she fleshes out the characters. I feel like I relate to Chloe myself too. So I'm really liking her too. Oh, that's good. I really vibed with Eve Brown just because like she's just kind of all over the place. She's got her talents, but she's having a hard time like reining it in and being serious. So I if I were to relate to a Brown sister, it would be Eve. Eve's my girl. Eve is probably my favorite. I love Chloe, but Eve is my favorite. That's my girl. I also have her newest novel. It was a YA novel that came out. That one is called Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. So that one I have and I need to read. Okie dokie. You guys know, usually when it comes to like the last sprint of the night, I just kind of like to hop into it. So that way we can finish strong. Okay, let me reset my timer to 30 minutes. So we have 30 minutes on this last sprint. These are always my favorite because I'm always just like, okay, crunch time. What can I do? How much can I get done? Okie dokie, guys. Are we ready to finish strong with our last sprint of the night, our 30-minute sprint? And that is going to close out the sprint for the night, and we're going to finish it strong. All right, you guys. I'm just, let's zen out real quick. Let's breathe it out. We've been reading pretty good for the last almost 2.5 hours. Like, that is, like, if you guys really think about it, 2.5 hours is a perfect amount of time for you guys to really get down a really good chunk of your reading. In about 2 hours, I can do about 100 pages an hour. Anywhere between, but I can do about 100 pages an hour. So if you're really thinking about it, if you just started a book, you should be more than halfway done. And if not, it's totally okay. But these kind of sprints just really help me learn how fast I can read in a certain amount of time. So, like on average, I give myself 30 to 45 minutes to read. And then it helps me, like I said, get an average of how many pages I can read per minute. So I can probably do anywhere between 50 to 75 pages per every like half hour to hour. Oh no, every like quarter of an hour or 45 minutes, something like that. So that is a really good way to time yourself. When it comes to wanting to learn a reading speed, but also like Olivia says here, like I annotate so it takes me longer, but annotating it absolutely does take you longer. So usually I don't time myself when I annotate because all bets are going out the window. Annotating just takes me way too long because I'm also making notes and writing down on sticky notes and things like that. But this is personally what I like to call like my progress sprints. So I just can see how fast I can read a book, mostly for fun. Like I don't want that to kind of like put stress on anybody and make you feel like you have to read at least 50 to 100 pages in 45 minutes. Absolutely not. This is my personal goal that I set for myself simply because I know I can do it. And my goal is to keep myself at that pace and not slow down. If I read faster, fine, but my goal is to make sure that I maintain my reading speed because that's basically during the pandemic. Let me like open up the sprint here real quick. Basically, during the pandemic, I stopped reading, I stopped doing everything. And it was just because I was reading too slow to where I was not pushing myself to read a book. I would have it and I would not be interested in it. But now, after basically timing myself in my sprints and timing myself even with outside the sprint, it was motivating me to read the material, understand the material, and then also keep up with a good pace, like a realistic pace for me. Because as a reader, I know good and damn well I can finish at least 2 books a day. I know I can, but I got lazy. And that's what I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to become lazy with my books. There's lazy, and then there's you taking a break. I was not taking a break. I was being super, super lazy. And that's a big deal for me because books was always my therapy and it was my escapism. So I don't want to lose that. And especially for you guys, if books is your escapism, do not lose it. Do whatever you can to get in like your 15 minutes a day, your 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, just something to keep you reading where you don't lose the passion and love for reading. Now, the only way you'll lose passion and love for it is if you're constantly challenging yourself. It's like for me, my reading sprints, I do it once a week. Once a week, I time myself, AKA the time sprints, to see how long I can do it. But other than that, I just make sure that I am reading at a good pace. And if I need to take a break, I need to take a break. But I'm also not putting pressure on myself to get it done. But that is like a really good tip that just I wanted to share with you guys on how I time myself with reading. So in 2 hours, I read 306 pages. So it's totally possible. It is 110% possible. It's just, you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. So Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to continue on. Do I want to continue? Nope. See, this is where I have to stop myself. This is where restraint comes in. So we're not going to read ACOTAR. We're going to stretch for like 5 minutes of the sprint, and then we're going to go back to it. So you guys, here we go. We're getting ready to start our sprints. We have 30 minutes left in the sprints. Good luck, you guys. I hope you enjoy the music, and I will see you all in 30 minutes. Don't push yourself. Don't read if you don't want to read. Take a break if you want to take a break. This is not about pressure. This is just strictly learning your abilities and learning your limits. All right, you guys, I will see you all in 30 minutes. Good luck.
Woo! We are done. Let me put my hair back in a bun because we're done. We are finished with our sprint, you guys. In total, we read for 2 hours and 47 minutes, which is pretty darn good and on track as always. I'm super, super excited about that. So this week I am going to finish A Court of Wings and Ruin. I also really want to finish Deanna Rayborn, number 2. And then what was the other book that I was reading? I already finished Fourth Wing. Oh, Crescent City. I do need to get a start on the second Crescent City and get started on annotating that because it would be kind of weird to annotate the first one and not the next one. I don't know. We'll see if we plan on annotating it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that I don't know I'm ready to commit to, but we'll see how I'm feeling. But how do we do, you guys? What did we finish so far? What percentage did we get to? Also, while you guys are typing, thank you guys so much for joining me for sprints tonight and joining me for sprints every night. I will let you know if sprints is going to go down next week because I might have to space it out to do every other week. Just because I added like personal training into the mix and your girl gets tired, but more than likely I will be here next week, but I'll let you guys know. But how did we do so far with what we are left over with? Oh, I also got Legends and Lattes at the library, and I also got the library book, but I totally forgot I had the library, I'm sorry, not the library book, but the audiobook. I totally forgot that I had the audiobook. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it. So that was whatever. But I also have The Patient by Jasper Dewitt. I have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Yes. I have The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. I try not to check out too many books, but I also have a crap ton of holds that are on hold for like a month at a time. Oh yeah, let me take off Fourth Wing. Let's cancel that hold because we're already done with that. I read a chapter of Chloe, about 20 pages. The banter to be having me
You know what? The guy from the Chloe book, the love interest, he's my favorite no, maybe it's Raph. No, is his name Raph? The love interest from the second book actually would be my favorite. That's a tough one. I like both of the first and the second one. I do like the third one, but he's too stiff for me. But the first and the second love interest, chef's kiss. They're absolutely adorable. Super adorable. Let me see what other holds that I have on the library. Good Lord. So the Little Mermaid book by JL, it's a 24-week hold. 24 weeks. That's boring. That's 6 months. That is 6 months of having to wait for the Little Mermaid audiobook by JL. So more than likely, I'm going to use a credit, or I'm probably just going to buy the physical book from Barnes & Noble or Target, because we can't wait that long. We really can't. Also, A House of Roots and Ruin, which is the second book of A House of Salt and Fury, of Salt and Sorrows. The second book just came out, which is fantastic. So this one, it is the youngest sister. I think this might be the last book, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I do have it on hold. But yeah, we have like a whole little section of library books that I do want to tell you guys that's on my list of to hold. Maybe I'll make a post about that, like all the books that I have on hold at the library. There's just a golden retriever with a smart ass mouth. Yes, he is. I love him. He's great. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. He's got so much sass, but at the same time, he's very, very like, I want to make her happy. I love it. We love a main character. We love a love interest who is just like, he wants to make her happy. She needs to be happy, and like that's his goal. So we love that for him. Girl, like sometimes like I just be so tempted to just buy a CD cassette player just to go and get it from the library, because I know they probably have it. My library has more CDs and cassette tapes than they do actual books, which is a little depressing, but it's fine. But I'm right there with you with having to wait for that. Girl, 6 months just to wait for the Little Mermaid audiobook. That is insane. So I have one audiobook credit from Audible. I'm probably going to use it for that because I don't really have anything else coming this month or out already that I'm looking for, but I'll let you guys know. I'm going to make a post about all the books that I have on hold at the library. I think that'll be kind of cool to do. But thank you guys so much for joining me today for Sprints. It has been real. It has been fun, but alas, it is alas. Wow. But alas, it is time for me to let you all go and enjoy the rest of your evenings. I hope you guys have a safe week. This weekend, I will be going on hopefully my last wedding of the year. I'm going to Livermore, so I'm going to be doing like a nice little trip, and we're going to go to a bookstore. We're going to see what it's about. You know, we're going to have a good time at a wedding. So when I get back, we'll have sprints again. I hope you guys have a safe week. Have a good reading time. Enjoy the reading sprint you're going to continue to do after this. And I will see you guys next week. And I will see you guys on Instagram, possibly TikTok. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to use TikTok. We're trying to figure it out. Okay, you guys, good night. If I don't stop moving my camera. Good night, you guys. I'll see you guys next week. I'll keep you guys updated on how I'm doing with ACOTAR, and then how I'm coping with not being able to read Fourth Wing until November, or the second Fourth Wing until November. Don't worry, I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. It's gonna be fine. Olivia, definitely try to read it if you can, girl. I loved it. Okay. I loved it. Okay. Good night, you guys. I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, bye, guys.